Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Pitmaster JW at the competition barbecue team, JW Barbecue and Wing. And today I am going to show you guys, I've been talking about it for a long time, about some beer battered fried broccoli. I am going to give you a quick demonstration of how I cook mine. First of all, I have a batch of broccoli right here, a crown of broccoli. And the first thing, it's been washed. So the first thing I'm going to do is split it in half. My grease is heating up right now. I got the pan about halfway full of oil. You can do yours a quarter, whatever you like. Whatever oil you require in yours. I use just regular vegetable oil. I'm going to go ahead on and slice some of these up real quick while my oil is heating up. And I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of how you can have some beer battered broccoli at home as well. So right now I'm cutting up my broccoli, getting it set up. And then I'm going to mix my batter together in just a second. Let me turn my oil up a little bit or we'll be here all night waiting for the oil to warm up. Okay, I'm outside, so you might hear some traffic passing by. Now, as you can see, I took my broccoli and I split it in half, each one of them. And I'm just going to set that to the side for a moment. Okay, now I have my batter, and this is what type of batter I'm using right now. I'm using Tempura. Okay, the only other thing better than that is some Chinese panko. Okay, breadcrumbs. Some of the greatest things they ever invented. Okay, the next thing I'm going to take my beer, and I use Miller. I'm going to put it in my batter, and I just want to bring it up to, let's say if you was making some pancake texture, that thickness. You don't want it too wet because then the batter won't stick good to the broccoli. I'm going to stir that up real quick. Try to get some air in my batter here. And my grease is slowly creeping up. And turn that up just a little bit more. I turn my grease up to 250, 275. It's the maximum I want to go because it's going to cook quick. And the broccoli doesn't need a long time to cook. Okay, and for seasoning, if you want to spice it up a little bit, you can put your little cayenne pepper in there. Just a little bit. And I use seasoned salt. Okay, you can use whatever seasoning you want to. Just put it in there to your taste. And then go back, stir your batter up, mix your batter up real good. And as you can see, this is about the thickness, the texture of, say, if you was cooking some pancakes. Okay, you want your batter to be able to stick to your broccoli when you put it in there. Okay, guys, I'm going to come back just a second. I believe the wind has blew my little stove out here. I take this off just a second. You guys bear with me while I relight it. There we go. And it's kicking now. So now I'm going to put my pan back up on my stove. These little portable things comes in handy. Move my broccoli back around here. So now we got everything situated here. I'm just heating up my oil here. Okay, it's coming right along. And with nothing else to do, I'm going to sit here. I'm just going to stir my batter just a little longer. Okay. Now, a lot of people don't like broccoli. They say they don't like broccoli until they had some of this. And then they become, all of a sudden, broccoli lovers. And I'm quite sure if you follow the instructions that I've just given you and watch me as I cook some of these for you, and I think you'll be liking broccoli too. Okay? You can use water. You don't have to use beer. Okay, we're moving right along here with the heat. Okay, now I'm going to take my broccoli, put it inside my batter mix. Stir that up real good to get my broccoli all coated. Okay, I got some paper towels to wipe my hands off because it will get messy in just a moment here. Okay, we at 200 on my temperature gauge here, so I'm about to drop some in here in just a moment. Once again, now we're going to go back through this. What I did, I bought a crown of broccoli. I sliced it up, and next thing I did, I took my batter, put it in the bowl. Okay, I added some beer to it. Like I said, you can add water. For my seasoning, because I want a little heat to it, I use some cayenne pepper, just a little bit. And I use some regular seasoned salt. Okay, season it to your taste, and you can go from there. But then you want to just stir your batter real good. Get it to like if you was making pancakes texture. And put your broccoli in it. Coat your broccoli real good. And then I'm going to drop just a little bit in here. See where we at. Still need to heat up just a little bit more. I'm at 225. Okay. And my batter came up to the top there. And that is looking good. And we are getting ready to do something here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me wipe my hands off real quick here. And once again, I'm JW at the Competition Barbecue Team, JW Barbecue and Wing. And you are with me making some beer battered broccoli. Okay. Deep fried, that is. And I'm using a cast iron frying pan. You can use whatever pan you want to. It's your preference. Just as long as you get your temperature up to about 250, 275. We're not cooking chicken, so we don't need to heat that high. And I'm going to go ahead on and drop a couple of these in here now, because I am about at the temperature that I want to be at. My oil will start sizzling a little bit inside. So that means we are getting ready to do something here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm going to drop one in there just to test the oil. Ooh, and there's the bubble around it. So here we go. I'm getting ready to fry my first batch of beer battered deep fried broccoli. Now, you drop these in here. You want to drop them in just for a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes on each side, and you should be ready to pull those out. Or whenever they start browning up, you can go ahead on and pull them out, because they'll be ready, nice and crispy, and ready for you to entertain someone or just yourself. I use these basically as an appetizer, more like a conversation type appetizer where people sit around, get them, talk about them. Ooh, those are so good, JW. I like those. How did you make those? Well, you know what? Now you get an opportunity to see how JW does that. Okay, so we're going to let those fry up for a couple of minutes here. I'm going to wipe my hands off. Okay, and they coming along real good. You guys like that? I'm guarantee you're going to like that once you get a chance to try them out for yourself. You just go back, rewind the videotape, and I'll just walk you right on through it. Look at them. They are frying up good. It only takes a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you use fresh broccoli. Frozen broccoli doesn't cook as well. It makes the batter kind of soggy because of the water that was in the frozen broccoli. And they won't come out as crispy as you want them to using frozen broccoli. I recommend that you go out and you get you some fresh broccoli if you really want something that tastes good and should turn out like they're supposed to. So now I had this in here about 2 minutes almost now, and I'm going to flip them over in just a second. I got a pan right here, and it has a cooling rack inside of it, and that's to keep from putting it on paper towels, because paper towels soak up the oil and then make the crust soft. So let's turn it over there. Turn that one over. Oh yeah, they are looking good. Well, you guys can follow me online at my Twitter page, which is Pitmaster JW. Okay. Now, if you guys watching this and you like what you're seeing, don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button down at the bottom, because every time I decide to do something, you can check out what I'm doing and you might like it and want to try it too. And I'm sure if you follow the instructions I give you, that you're going to enjoy it. Look at that. We are cooking now. Like I say, the only reason I add the cayenne pepper because I just want a little kick to it. You don't have to add the cayenne pepper. You can add whatever season you like, chicken season or whatever season turns you on, just plain salt and pepper. You don't have to use the beer, and I use Miller because it gives me a better batter than most of the beers that I have tried. And don't forget, use the tempura because regular flour is not going to give you the type of broccoli that I generally cook. Okay, it just won't crisp up. If you're going to use chicken and regular flour is okay to use, you can go with that. But if you're going to do some beer battered broccoli, I recommend that you get you some tempura. You can get it from any Asian store. Food Line also sell this particular type too. Getting a plug in for Food Line. Hello, Food Line. Let me move on. And enough of that. Let's get on down and get ready to take some of this broccoli out here. Like I say, it only takes a couple of minutes on both sides. Just treat it like you was cooking a piece of chicken. And wait until that crust started to brown up. It'll soften up the broccoli. Yeah, baby. Now we're working. Now we're working. Now we are working. Now another good thing you can do also, you can put this into your batter and get your bowl of panko breadcrumb and dip it into the breadcrumb before you put it into the oil. If you want a much better crunch, then panko breadcrumb is the thing to use. I would recommend using the panko breadcrumb. But in this case, we're just using the tempura. And I'm going to take some of them out. Let you look at it. Look at that. And there we are. Beer battered, deep fried broccoli. JW style. Guaranteed to turn you into a broccoli lover, even though you say you don't eat broccoli. And those who have had some will tell you, it's good. It's good. Yes, it is good. But like I say, I'm JW at the Competition Barbecue Team, JW Barbecue and Wing. And I hope you enjoyed this video here. And you just go back and check out the instructions that I gave at the beginning. And yours will end up just like this when it's all said and done. Now taste one of them before you finish with them. If you need to add a little bit more season to them, go ahead and add it to it while it's hot. And don't forget, like I said, if you like, hit that like button below and that subscribe button as well. And I'll catch you guys on the next episode of Cooking with Pitmaster JW. See you later.